replastering process on our own pool. I've been getting a ton of questions on social media, specifically Instagram, about the various different costs involved in resurfacing, the different costs involved in or digging a whole new pool, and then the different types of pools that there are in general. So I want to answer some of those questions for you guys today. In our area, and I think overall in general, there are 3 different types of pools. You have a fiberglass pool, a vinyl liner, and a gunite pool. They're all installed very differently, and of course, you know, they have different costs associated, so they may work. Those are things to consider whenever you're considering these different pools. Let's start with the fiberglass pool. A fiberglass pool is one big shell, like the whole shell of the pool is inserted into the ground after the hole is dug. This can be really tough to have put into your backyard if you have a house where it's confined space. Essentially, they have to bring that big shell in with a big crane and set it in place, so that limits a lot of the places where it can be installed. Okay, that's the first one, and that one usually costs, at least in our area, between $23,000 and $30,000 at this time. I asked my pool guy about all these numbers today, so this is a very recent, as of 2021 number. Okay, so that is a fiberglass pool. Also, with the fiberglass pool, you should never have to replace it. It'll last forever and ever unless someone punches a really big hole in it. All right, so that's that one. The second one is the vinyl liner pool. They dig the hole, they put plywood to kind of form it all in, and then they put a vinyl liner in. It's a really thick vinyl. Unless you, again, have a really sharp object, it's gonna stay put. That one also costs between $23,000 and $30,000 depending on how large your pool is, right? And then you'll have to replace your liner between every 5 and 7 years. So you're seeing how those costs are associated and then the difficulty. The third one, of course, is the one that we have. It's a gunite pool. They dig that hole, they put rebar that forms along the sides, they spray the gunite in, then they put plaster in. They call it a gunite pool, which is interesting because it's plaster too. You know, I don't know why they chose the gunite name, but overall, those pools are about double what the fiberglass and the vinyl pools are. So we're talking about between $50,000, $60,000, and then up if you have like waterfalls and LED lights and all kinds of things that kind of add on to that cost. And so those are your 3 different options. And of course, price is always going to be a factor. Your location is going to be a factor. All of those things factor into what you decide to do with your pool. Now, when you go to replaster and reline, those things have their cost too. A gunite pool needs to be redone every 10 years or so. So you saw with the vinyl, it was every 5 to 7. Fiberglass, you never have to do it. And then with gunite, you've got every 10 years. So use that algorithm and all those things that make the most sense for your yard and your situation to make the best decision for your new pool in your yard.